was the challenge? Okay. Hello everyone. Good evening from here. Good evening from Nigeria. I apologize for we're 12 minutes late, and I sincerely apologize for that. Tech issues, but we're here finally. So please confirm for me that you can hear me, and we'll just get started. Just use your chat, and my eyes are on the chat, so that's the way I can hear you. Okay, I see some people here. Adio, you love it. Welcome. Waiting patiently since 6:23. Wow. Okay, I can see Abubakar Ali. Okay, if your mom can hear me loud and clear, thank you. Awesome. Okay, so I'm just going to get started. I think we already had enough time to wait for everyone. So what I want you to do for me, just for us to unwind and even from our own tech issues that we came out from and for us to chill, please tell me your name, preferably your first name. And thank you, Oluwapelumi. Thank you. Your first name and the city that you're joining us from. I want to know. I already see somebody from Maduguri. So tell me your first name, the city you're joining from, and to even make it more fun, tell me the sector that you work in. So if that's education, agriculture, healthcare, my healthcare people, education, I've mentioned education, business. I know that from the registration, we had a couple of business people. Oluwatesim, I see. It's good to see you. Good evening from Nigeria. Okay, so I'm waiting for your name from Abuja. Oluwatimileng is from Abuja and education. I love it. Okay, Femi, can you please kindly let the community people, I can see some message from the community people. We're live, we're live, we're live, we're live, we're live. Della, it's been a minute. How are you? Good evening. Oluwapelumi is from Lagos, Abuja. My good sis. Sister Tolu, good evening. How are you doing? I know that I have a message from you. I've not responded to. I'll get to it this week. Kalka, welcome. I see my orb people. Matthias is joining us from Ogun State. I see Lagos, I see Ogun. I know that some people registered from outside the country, outside Nigeria, so I'm waiting for my diasporan people. Okay, I'm just going to, and I'm also stylishly waiting for many more people to join us. We had over 130 people registered, so I'm expecting to see more people on this call. And this is even one of the reasons why we had tech issues. We couldn't really use Google Meet because of the numbers. We had more people. Renewable energy. I love energy. I feel like there's so much to be done in that sector. And it's so nice to have you here. I hope that we can continue conversations even after now. Oh, Mr. Emmanuel from Edo State, welcome. Welcome very much. Welcome, welcome. Yes, I know Kauta. Kauta is my healthcare sister. Welcome, sis. Welcome. Okay. Oh, Jumoke is our community member from Ibadan people. I think it's the first person I'm seeing from Ibadan. I see somebody from Jos. Welcome, welcome. I'm so excited to have you here. Thank you so much. My good sis, welcome from Lagos, Alaide, education sector. Good, good, good. Let's get the bag. I like this person. This person is like, do not waste time. Let's go talk about the mullah and the money. And I like it very much. Izine from Canada. Izine, welcome. How are you, sis? Healthcare as well. I'm seeing my healthcare people. And I just have 3 more minutes for introductions. So I'm still expecting more people to join us. More people. We're about 23 now, but 130 something. I'm expecting more people to join us. Let me put it on our community group in case they have slept. You know, you guys had a lot of emails with the link and even WhatsApp chats. And Noya is our programs officer. Shout out to Noya. She's also on this call with me. She was like, Kemi, we're bombarding this. I'm like, it's because I don't want them to forget. Right? We've gone through a lot to put this together for you guys. I don't want them to forget. I don't want them to sleep off. I don't want them to not be a part of it. So that's why we bombarded you with WhatsApp messages. I apologize. It's all on me, right? Okay, so I want to tell our community people that we're live. Okay, Naya has done that. Thank you. Awesome. So no more introductions, no more introductions. So let me just get started then. Hopefully people get to join us. But I don't know, why would people register for something they won't join in? Anyways, I hope that they can also watch the replay. Everybody, there will be access to the replay for a very short period of time because I believe this is going to be very valuable, right? So, hi everyone. Betty, welcome. My name is Kemi the Change Maker. I think I've seen a couple of people that are community members. That's the Change Makers Hub. And I'm going to talk about that later on during this call. If you want to join the gang of cool people, right? But for now, I'll stay focused. So my name is Kemi the Change Maker. Gifty, welcome. Hi, Fermi. Fermi is also on the team at the hub. Thank you very much. She'll be helping with comments in case I missed something. So, like I said, my name is Kemi the Change Maker, and I am excited and delighted and happy to be doing this webinar. How I raised 50 million naira for my social enterprise, equity free and in 9 months. Next slide, please. Thank you. No, yes, somebody likes my WhatsApp bombarding. They don't mind. Thank you, Abubakar. That makes a sister feel good. Okay, next slide. Thank you. So about me, I'm the founder of Up for Social Impact. Just a little bit about me so that you know who is this girl that is talking to us. And I hope she's real. Hope the flyer is not a fluke, right? I know there are people that know me here. They know me very well. They know my they know my house. So my name is Kemi, the Change Maker. I'm the founder of Hub for Social Impact, a think tank for social innovators and change makers in Africa. And we've been around since 2021, right? My previous role was as a senior, my last, should I call it last official role before I became a sole entrepreneur, was as a senior programs manager at a US nonprofit consulting firm. Then in 2023, I pivoted one of the projects that we had in OB. So we used to have something called Health Relief, and we'll go to hospitals in Nigeria. Yeah, I live in Nigeria, right? For context, Ibadan to be precise. We went to UCH and we pay for medical bills of sick children and people who were chronically ill, but they couldn't afford treatment. But then I felt like that we could do more. So after enrolling in public health, getting a master's in public health, doing a bit of research, I decided to pivot that project to Health for Money. And Health for Money is an health tech startup. Please help me with the door. Can you? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Health for Money is an health tech startup here in Nigeria, and it was founded in 2023. So, fun fact, we are not even up to a year, right? We'll be a year in September. And I authored the book, We Should All Be Change Makers. I have a couple of certifications in social innovation, impact, grant writing, fundraising, and management, amongst other things. Some of my external validations, I was a One Youth Ambassador from 2022 up until earlier this year. And I was nominated a Gates Foundation Goalkeeper in 2023, a Baya Foundation Awardee 2024, right? And amongst other things. The next slide. Just to give a bit of context, the reason why I decided to do this masterclass in the first place. And I was saying something, I think, on social media. Welcome, Han. Very excited to have you. I was saying that there are people that have raised more funds than I have, and they have not set up ring lights and masterclass to share. But I believe that I have two professional ambitions just to really. The first one is healthcare. You can already tell that I'm very passionate about affordable healthcare. I want everybody, I believe it's your human right to be able to get access to quality healthcare without fear of financial risk or burden. So that is my professional, that's one of my big goals professionally, to ensure that every Nigerian has that. And the second professional ambition I have is to social innovators and change makers like you. I believe that, or I have the mandate to raise change makers. I see, like you see as well, that the problem in Africa is a lot, or a lot, right? And that means that we need more hands on deck to solve the social problems. And to do that, we're going to have to raise people. So one of the things that I have noticed is a gap in technical know-how among change makers. There are people that are passionate, they want to do great things, but they do not have the technical know-how or the capacity to do the things that they want to do. So I exist to bridge that gap, and that is why I'm doing this. It's it That's why they all even exist. Somebody was asking me recently that do you guys even make money at the op? And I was like, it would interest you to know that it's a self-funded thing for now. But I love the feedback that we get whenever I get to sit with change makers one on one, and I'm able to solve a problem that they're having. I'm able to show them the way. And the reason why I'm also the right person to be talking to you is because I'm in the trenches with you. I am not like many management consultants or coaches that tell change makers what to do, but they don't have social enterprises themselves. So they don't know what it means to run one. And you can't trade that for anything, right? I know what it feels like. I know what it means to run a social enterprise in Nigeria or in Africa. And that's what I'm going to be doing. So, for context, guys, we're getting into the meat of the whole conversation. There is money. Tell your neighbor there is money. Guys, how do we say it? What's money in Hausa? I've seen somebody from Abubakar help me. I know, is it Kudi? There is money. Then let somebody in Igbo. I don't know what money is in Igbo. No, help me. Then I know in, okay, Ego, right? Thank you. My husband saved the day. There is money. The funding, exactly, and the funding is available. You get to some certain kind of rooms thanks to help from money in the last 9 months or 10 months thereabouts. I have entered some rooms, and guys, there is more. Oh, wow. Olaide, I love it. The money is there. And the reason why I'm saying this and I'm reiterating it is so that there's a subconscious reconditioning that happens in your mind that there is money for your project. Did you know? I hope you know that foundations, what we call foundations, and I'm not shading anybody. Foundations are really grant making organizations. So if you have an NGO here and you have foundation, I don't really know. I don't know. Foundations are actually grant making organizations that give grants. So if you see the any international body that has anything like Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, anything foundation at the back, that means that they give funding to social enterprises, to non-profits, and business with a social side to it, right? What their own mission is that they're looking for people to give the money to, people who will do the work. So we've already highlighted that there are tons of problems to be solved, right? Then that means that there are people who they have made it their life's mission to also provide funding for these social changes, social entrepreneurs like yourself to go do the work. So there is funding. There is funding. Another thing I want to put for context is I see These ones are just basic minimum things I like to talk about. If you've been with the orb a while now, treat your nonprofit and social enterprise like a business. There is a lot of, maybe because we call that thing nonprofit, there is a lot of anyhowness that exists in the space. If you will agree with me, there's just this, it's grant money. You think you can do it anyhow. You think you can do anything anyhow. Until you start to treat it like that, nobody will treat it like that for you. And I don't want to get ahead of myself. So next slide, Noye. Next slide. So 7 reasons for no funding. At the end of this program, you will know why you've not received funding so far, even though you have applied for a couple of things. You would also know how to create a good or a foolproof grant application, a foolproof pitch deck that gets you money. So 7 reasons for no funding. The first one is, and we're going to do a quick survey after this. You're going to tell me your top 3 problems, because I believe that the first thing is you do not lie to yourself, right? Welcome, Nelson. You haven't missed so much, right? But just get in. You haven't missed too much. 7 reasons why you have not received funding so far. The first one that I see, and I've gotten the opportunity to review a couple of pitch decks, a couple of grant proposals, and maybe even business proposals, and I've seen some of these things. And one of the first things I see is weak problem identification that bets weak solution. And I like to give an example of a very good friend. We all know this person, Tunde Onokoya. So I'm going to ask a question. To say thank you. So money is dinero in Spanish, right? I see your status and how you're learning Spanish every day. Well done. Thank you. So everybody knows today, most people know Tunde Onokoya, right? I want to ask you a question. How many people work with children? How many people have non-profits that work with children? It's common, right? Just tell me in the comments. It's common. Many NGOs, many non-profits, many social enterprises work with children. But what makes Tunde Onokoya different? I hope you know that chess is not really the thing that he's promoting. Chess is just a tool to reach the children, the low income, underserved, children in slums that is attending to. Great. Many people work with children. But what has made, and today has racked in millions of dollars in funding. What has, we plenty, exactly. But what has made today different is not, I don't think it's anything like they went to wash his head anywhere. I don't think his parents took him anywhere. I don't think any Baba did anything for him. I think one of the things that has contributed, apart from his hard work and his diligence and all of that, and his storytelling skill, which I'm going to get to, I think what has made Tunde poof, blow, literally, is that unique value proposition that he imputed in his solution. I know you came here for funding, but I'm going to be lying to you if I tell you that you can get funding with a weak solution. So one of the things that makes it a big deal is, okay, I'm reaching out to young children in rural areas and in slum areas through the power of chess. Everybody gets interested a bit. I have come to tell you today to go and carry your solution. I don't know, sometimes I feel like I sound mean to change makers, but please pardon me. The people that have been with the up for a while are kind of used to me. So I'm going to give an example, and I like to tell stories and I give personal examples, not because I'm trying to prove any point to you, really, to be honest, but because I want you to see it. When we were doing health relief, we weren't getting a lot of money. We weren't anything. Nothing was happening with us. We were just another health non-profit that were trying to, solve a problem. But what The moment I went back to the drawing board and I said, okay, health care, affordable healthcare is the problem. I went back to and I usually teach this thing, the human-centered design, right? Go to your beneficiaries and ask them, what is your problem? Stop creating solutions for problems that you think exist in your mind. You know, one of the things that we did when we wanted to do Health for Money was that we went to the market and we went to meet the low income people and we went to ask, we asked them, what exactly is your problem? What are your challenges in life? What is your problem? Especially in the area of healthcare. Do you know why Health for Money is called Health for Money? I tell you something, there's this post I wanted to make, but I've been very busy. And I don't know if it will be possible for us to play that video. It was when I went to Berlin recently to receive the Baya Foundation Award. And they called us on the stage, all the awardees, and we got to speak. This is recorded. It is recorded, it's online. When it got to my turn to speak, the all erupted. Not because I speak well or anything, but because of the unique value proposition that is in Health for Money. So I knew that I wanted to give everybody else affordable health. And I knew that WHO says health insurance is the solution, right? But I knew that the average Nigerian cannot pay 50,000 naira to buy health insurance at once. The market woman who sells pepper, who sells tomato in Bodija market, in Shomolu market, in Kano market, cannot pay 50,000 naira at once, most of them, right? So I said, what if we use the Agile model that already exists? Agile or Isusu, they'll be paying 200 every day. That's already one unique value proposition. I said, okay, people will not want to just take healthcare, but everybody loves money. What if I tell them that they get interest between 7 to 35% on the money that they are given every day, apart from their health insurance? Okay, now it sounds interesting. So you need to go back to the drawing board. I did that. I told you, I am like you. I am I am with you. I feel every single pain that you feel. 2021, we're done about 100 people, where they helped 100 people when it was health relief. But there was just that dissatisfaction. What if I had continued with non-profit model? And I'm not just saying that you should just throw away the non-profit model. There are some solutions that might not be able to pivot into social entrepreneurship. But look at it critically. Do not do the lazy work of staying on the BRS minimum is not going to get you to the places that you want to go to. The barest minimum, I tell people, it is people on the other side, the people that are reviewing your applications. I hope you know that they are human beings. They are not robots. They are people with a life, with a family. They go to work. They are normal people, right? But the thing is, they are also moved by something spectacular, something unique, something out of the ordinary. So it is your responsibility. If you're going to stop, if you're not going to stay where everybody is. So, there's this thing they used to say that everybody is here and there's another room upstairs where there are few people. If you're going to go to where there are few people and where the money is shared, because I know that I told you there is funding, but trust me, the people want to give the funding to the people that are going to do the maximum impact within the shortest possible time. And maybe not with so much money as well. So weak problem identification will birth weak solutions. And I say this all the time, school parks, all people know. School parks. I should not talk, Abby. Okay, let's move on. Has anybody thought of, I know Della was on this call, I don't know if she's still here. She has a free school or a low-cost school, if I remember clearly. I used to think that people in education, there should be a time when you people will come together as a consortium or like a collaboration and start revamping schools. One of the projects we have under Health for Money is revamping primary health care centers. There are over 30,000 primary health care centers in Nigeria, and you'll be surprised when you go to the very rural area ones. The buildings are already collapsing. It doesn't look good. So what if we have, I was on Twitter, X now, I was on X the other day, and they were saying that defibrillators, so that thing you watch in movies where they do shock, clap to give electric shock to the art so that the art muscle can be revived. That we don't have it even in major hospitals, and outside the country they have it everywhere. It's not that these things are that expensive. It's just that somebody has omitted it. Great, Della is here. So I'm also wondering, she went out of the box. It's not only school parks. Up until when are we going to do school parks? She created a freaking school from scratch. So what I'm also thinking, now it might be more cost expensive for us to build primary healthcare centers, but there are primary healthcare centers that already exist in Borno State that are not looking so good. What if there's somebody there that is revamping it, consortiums, NGOs, and we like to do things in silos. Oh, that's another conversation for another day. We like to do it so that it will be our name on the signpost, right? What if you come together and you people are revamping? So ideas, Bokum. If you want to speak to me on what you do one-on-one, I'm happy to do that maybe sometime. Even though I have backlog of one-on-one clients, even on this call, Kamsa will be looking at me with one side eye like this. Okay, but what I'm saying is go back and think. Go back to the drawing table. The number 2 reason why you don't have funding, and I want to run now, is the poor storytelling or the no storytelling. I'm going to talk about when you want to do your pitch deck and when you want to do your pitch video. I put it to you. I am not asking and I'm not being boastful. We have agreed I'm not being boastful. I can be free with you guys. I'm not being boastful. There's nowhere I have pitched else for money. Standing, I'm there, even video, and I don't go home with money or contact or I don't know, something. Your storytelling skill. Don't come and say, oh yeah, come and tell us about your solution. So I now want to tell you that the children education center, you will not do air for 5 minutes. It shows you don't know what you're talking about. Your inability to communicate your value. What makes you the best things in sliced bread? This is not boasting. You have to be able to say it, right? And it shows even on online, the things you say. Today again, I'm going to use today because my friend and I know him. If you were at the Accelerate workshop in February, you know what I'm talking about. Today has storytelling skills. That boy, all he has to do is, he has to take his write it again. People will be falling head over heels, right? Just because he's able to communicate the value of what he does. You cannot be hidden. I know, I like it too. If I wasn't in social entrepreneurship, if I did not do any of these things, nobody will know me. I'll just be living in the back end of nowhere, painting all day. I'll probably be working remotely and earning money, thousands in dollars. Is that not the dream now? But you cannot stay hidden for the longest time. I'm a person of faith. I believe in Jesus. And one of the things that my faith tells me is that you cannot put on a candle and put it under the bushel. You have to put it up there where everybody tell your story on LinkedIn. Personal branding. I hope you know that it's a give and take thing. I know people that cash out on their personal brand in millions and thousands of dollars. Okay, thousands of dollars. I don't know in millions. Even in millions. I know a coach that it's just because of her ability to speak and her personal branding that she's catching out. So communicate it. I'm able to tell them that because of health for me, a woman who had undiagnosed hypertension and diabetes and could have been at risk of death just because of health for money. She was diagnosed. She was put on a treatment plan. I can tell a story. If I'm able to share because of privacy and NDA, I don't have the authority to share my pitch deck with you. But I put together some things to show you even on this slide. And it will surprise you. Just tell a story. Pick one of your users and tell a story of transformation. Another reason why you're not getting funding, number 3, is you're not fund ready. You lack documentations. You do not have financial statements if you've been existing for a while. You do not have impact reports. There are no pictures. There's no website. There are no pitch decks. You don't have a grant proposal. You don't have anything. And I'm not saying that to make you feel bad. That's the reason why you're here, hopefully. Then lack of the fundraising and grant writing skill. And that's why you're here as well. There's a technical know-how to it. There's a way that a grant should be written. That's one of the things we're going to be talking about today. There's a way that it should be written. There's a way it should be done, right? There's a way that the lingo should be said so that the person listening or reading fuels your passion. Another thing is number 5, not applying at all. You'll be surprised that I've spoken to change makers. They say they want money, but they're not applying. Don't blame them. Do you know why? There's something called fear. Fear has held people so much that the fear to even apply, they have shot themselves before they even began in the first place. So some are not even applying at all. Some are not applying enough. And some are applying to the imperfect fit opportunities. So you see 3 people, Abby. Some are not applying at all. Some are not applying enough. Some are applying to the wrong things. I hope you know that it's not just because they put $5,000 money or $10,000 and it's education. You think you can. There are healthcare grants that I cannot apply to because we do not fit. It is like a relationship or marriage. Are you married here? If you're married here, you know. Yes, Farouk, you're good. There's a recording. You're good. You get a recording by tomorrow morning latest. So, what was I saying? So somebody should remind me what I'm saying, what I was saying. I know I was talking about applying. Okay, it's like marriage. If you're married here or if you've been in a relationship, you want to make sure that your values align, right? It's the same thing with funders. They want to make sure that so if you read the eligibility criteria, if it doesn't if it's not, I usually say within 50 to 50% upwards, if you see an alignment there, then go for it. Fun fact, I like stories, and you people said you don't mind. I recently got invited to an healthcare deal room, and guess what? They were picking just 8 healthcare solutions in Nigeria. And I'm going to mention the caliber of people, maybe so that you guys can get a context. So I don't know if you know Health Tracker, the big guys, Emergency Response, Advantage Health. Those were the kinds of people that were invited. And they specifically said in the application that they wanted somebody that they wanted a company that had done 75 million naira in revenue. We have not done that. We don't have that number yet, right? But I saw a synergy, right? And I applied and we got invited to the deal room. Guess what? The deal room was on Wednesday. We got an offer for 50 to 75,000 USD 2 weeks ago at the spot. They've not even given us a collation of the deal room. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with deal room. So deal room is when investors come together, you pitch to them, and anybody that likes your idea will come. So guys, don't forget, it's because the unique value proposition is there. They were literally to say it the way it is. Right. They were literally the one. So 2 of them followed me immediately. I came out. Oh, I love your idea. Leap Africa was one of them, and they're like, you have a spot on our next. So I have this pride. I don't know if it's pride, but I don't apply for everything. I don't apply for everything. And sometimes I even get these applications. I even get these offers, and I'm like, I don't want to go to Lagos, I beg, and I'm not just even interested. But Leap Africa was saying, so the director of programs are like, you have a spot on our next program, on our next, I think they have this accelerator or something, without even having to apply. So we can do better, right? The another one I see is not networking enough, staying hidden, no personal branding, no network, nobody knows you, you don't know nobody, and you're not just staying in your house and that the Lord will do it. It's the Lord that called me to this social savior business. It's the Lord that said that I should be doing change making. And my brother, you're going to be there for a long time, oh. And there's a way to do networking without it being very cumbersome. I think we broke that down during the Accelerate workshop in February. We even had a personal branding. Okay, guys, I'm hearing that my network is not so great. Please, can you confirm for me? But I'm seeing you people's comment too. Have I been going off? Have I been breaking? Please confirm for me. Have I been breaking? I just got a message saying my network isn't so great. I can switch if that's the challenge. Anyways, Don't stay hidden. Talk about your story. Use LinkedIn. It's great from here. Thank you, Anne. Please let it be great in Jesus' name. So use LinkedIn. Start small. You know, the issue with us strange because you think you see one like. Thank you, Tosin. You think you see one like. You'll be surprised. So, fun fact, I didn't give you a back end story. One of the reason why we got picked for that deal room, apparently there's somebody that's been watching us and he has even literally made himself the what's it called now? A our advocator in rooms where we're not seated. So it was on the panel for my Baya Foundation final pitch. It was also exactly. It was also there for another thing that we had applied for. So he loves the idea, and it was the one that said, "You must invite her. She has to come." So guys, don't be saying, it's one like. No, people are watching. No, you just be consistent. Be sharing as you're going out, as you're meeting with your beneficiaries, make sure that you're sharing. And the last one I like to talk about is limiting mindsets and belief systems. Guys, funding is not for some particular set of people. They don't look one particular way. They don't speak one particular way. They're not the best things in sliced bread. Recently, I told you I've been entering into rooms and I'm like, there's even nothing much to these guys. I tell you, the only difference with them is they're ready to go where you have said, let's just stay at home. Oh, it's not for us, it's for some particular set of people. Sorry about that. We that we are living in Ibadan, everything happens in Lagos. Don't self-sabotage yourself. Don't shoot yourself in the leg before they have killed you. Don't kill yourself. So put it for it. If you need to go learn about what's it called? About belief systems. And there's so many free things on YouTube, right? Even though I believe in paying for courses, right? And like one of my coaches will say, a leg and a limb, a kidney and some part of your liver, right? But still, there are free things. If you see like you have low self-esteem, it's fixable. Wherever you are now, it is fixable. You can move from year to year. 2021 to 2024, 3 years, less than a year for health for money. Still the things that we're talking about. So that can be you also. It's not for some particular set of people. If you feel like you're always doubting yourself, keep pushing. You know the way you deal with doubt. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. It's going to push through. It's going to push through, right? Okay, so let's move to the next slide. I spent a lot of okay. Before we move to the next slide, no, yeah, wait. So I want you guys to tell me in the comments which one is your own. Which one are you dealing with? Which one do you think is the reason why you have not? Have you seen yourself? Have you seen yourself in these 7 reasons? So I want you to tell me in the comments, which one are you battling with? Let's do one. We can use number to make it very easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Even for me as at now, I think one of the things that is still injuring me, because I'm also in these trenches with you. We have a goal on our growth strategy. We're looking to raise $250,000 before the end of the year against our 2025 budget. We want to do 10,000 users in 2025, and that will cost us about $250,000. And yeah, so I'm also here with you. I think for me, it's going to be, let's say, okay, 3 and 4. Massis, Mama, welcome. 3 and 4. 3 is going to be not fund ready. You don't have documentation. You don't have financial statement. But Mama, you shouldn't be so worried because you are a startup. You have not existed before. So that even makes it easy for you to be able to have all these things. So that's good. That's good. That's good. Number 4 is what? Lack of fundraising and grant writing skill. I see you. I see you. That one, we're going to fix it tonight. Number 7, Matthias, limiting mindset. No more in the name of Jesus. No more. You are who you say you are. You can do the things that you can do, right? There's no big deal about the people winning these things. The only thing is that they are bold. They are bold. They are bold. They are bold. They are pushing. They're pushing. They're pushing, right? Yes, Oluwatu saying, number 1, I'm familiar with your work. And yes, you did a good self-diagnosis for yourself. I was even going to, it's just I've been very busy. Number 1, you know what I was suggest to say, and I love that you're not even in the country at the moment and you're doing your master's, I think, in social work. I want to give you an assignment. Go on Schwab, and I hope I'm pronouncing it well, Schwab Foundation. There's this World Economic Forum thing, right? Go there, then search the people that they have given funding to. You know, there's a model I know. There's something called, how many people have read this book, Austin Kleon, Steal Like an Artist? It's okay to steal, but let me show you how to steal very strategically. Go to all these big guys, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, depending on what sector you are in, because you are in education. I know if you go to Schwab, you'll see some people in education. There are people that have done things in India, in China, in Finland, that you can copy, you can come and paste. No, before you paste, you will do some modifications because there's something called demography differences because of where we are, because of our location, our culture, our thinking systems. Because it is already worked somewhere, it can come and work in Nigeria. You can copy and paste. Sure, but let me see if I can. Can I make it? I don't think I can make a comment here, or let me not just disturb anything. See, I can get after. Also, you can help me. It's a common WEF, World Economic Forum. I know this Nigerian lady, Life Bank, she was a beneficiary very recently, right? So it is SC. Noya, can you get that for me? Noya usually knows this thing. SCHWAB. That should be the spelling. That should be the spelling. Not applying at all. So you people see now, K has proved me right that there are people that don't apply at all and they want funding. You see? So go, there's another one. You can go to MIT Solve. Solve. All these big corporations have been giving grants. See, if you applied for something and they rejected you, go and look at the people that they gave money to the last time, the last 3 years in your sector. What are they doing better? What are they doing? Pick me. That's how I do. Have I given you people my cheat code? I should not have said it, Abby. Okay, I read a lot. So I'm always on this website. Okay, what are people they are giving? What is about them? I will even go and look at the founders page. Okay, what is about them? What kind of connections do they have? What kind of networks do they have? Now, and that's how it's gonna happen. Okay, so somebody said three. Oh, Della. Della, you're a big woman. Oh. 3, 4, 5. 3 is going to be not fund ready. Oh yeah, you can absolutely do better. Yes, Stella, I'm rooting for you. 4 is lack of fundraising and grant writing skill. That's what we're here to fix. And 5 is not applying. We need to apply more. It's a numbers game. Oh. It's a numbers game. Do you know that you can even calculate your funds, your grant, or your opportunity success rates? Mine at the moment is about 30%. And I know you'll be like, 30% is not so good. Wait. So that means if I apply for 10 things, the probability that I will get 3 to 4, okay, let me say 30 to 50. No, it's not to 50%. Let me not lie. 30 to 40%. The probability that I will get 3 or 4 back, moving to at least the next stage, is very high. So that's my success rate. And you might be like 30 is small, but it's high in the places that matter, right? So check yourself as well. If you've applied for 10 things, how many comes back to you? So Sister Tolu, you're saying not applying enough, you do. She does an amazing work for special needs children. And I don't see so many people. Maybe me, I don't know them, sharp, but I don't see so many people in that space. So please network, talk about your work, talk about it better. If you need to do better branding, see, I'm also learning that there's some branding I shouldn't be doing. Now it's already looking like insults. I should go and hire branding agency. Me too, I'm trying to do better. So my sector is fashion and Ashoke. Ashoke is beautiful. When I went to Berlin, I wore Ashoke suits. They wanted to remove it from my body, right? So that's beautiful. Farouk says, and that's a unique niche. That's your unique value proposition. Now go crazy with it. Farouk says number 3, not fund ready. Okay, I think I see a lot of number 3. Okay, isn't it number 1 and 3? Good. So guys, let me move to the next slide because of time. Please, Naya, move to the next slide. We have a bit of slide to go through, guys. And we have to leave here by 9 p.m. What? Okay, so these are the myths about fundraising and grant writing. Like some people are. Some believe that grants are only for non-profits and social enterprises. So my sis, let me look for my good sis. I saw somebody that said that they have Ashoke. I think Olaniyi. Yours is all. Calm down. It cannot be everything. This is Gloria. I know. Gloria, how is Bobo abroad? How are you doing, sis? Good to see you. Okay, so Oluwani, grant is not for only social enterprises or non-profits. It is for everybody. This one we share it together, right? It is for everybody. Then there's another one. There's no available grant for my course or project. It's a lie. There is money for everything. I'm so surprised at the things I even see sometimes. The other day I was saying grants for guys, people are doing crazy things. And I don't know if I should be saying this because this is going to still be everywhere. It's going to be on YouTube and all. I went for a program and there was an organization that was doing something with rats. Guess what they do? The rat diffuse, is it diffuse now? I don't know if that's the word they use, or diffuse bombs. You know, bombs, all these war places. So like Ukraine now and maybe Gaza and Israel and all those bombs. But instead of so land miners will take so much time because as human beings they have to be careful. But this person trained rats to be able to sniff for bombs, help the people so that the people that will come and diffuse it will see it. And this person has raised millions of dollars. So why do you think there's no money for you? There's money for your course, but you need to be able to what's the word now? You need to be able to communicate it. You need to be able to package it. Unique value proposition. Another thing is grants are for only established organizations. I put it to you guys. There is something called seed grants. Do you hear me? There's something called seed grants, right? There's something called seed grants for new organizations, virgin organizations that have not done anything, right? And then funding are only available for some particular group of people. I've already said that that's a myth. It's not true. Funding is scarce and there are no grants available. That's not true. We already said it. There is money at the beginning. We said the mullah is what? It is plenty. And then we said, grants are for only tech companies. That's a lie. Yes, because it's a word of tech. Tech makes things better. You people are still doing 5-4-3. I've moved on to myths about fundraising. Are you with me? I hope you're with me on this one. Is there a lag? Grants are only for tech companies. Please let me know. Just let me know. Say myths in the comment if you're with me on the myths. You're with me on myths. Is it myth or myth? Mythology. If you're with me on myth slide, let me know. So that I'm sure that I'm not experiencing a lag. Oh, great. Awesome. So that means I'm good. Thank you, sis. So some people say, grants are for only tech companies. Oh, yes, it is true that tech, we're in the world of tech. And to be honest, do you know what tech will do for you? It makes your life easier. It makes your processes easier. For example, now I'm talking about doing 10,000 users. If we do 10,000 users, if we're using it's going to take some time now. If we're using manual. So that's what tech does. Now we're working on a USSD product. Somebody will just do start something, and they get health insurance and they're good to go. Especially for the people in the market that they don't have digital phones, that they don't have what's it called? Internet connection, or they don't have all these digital phones that we have. They have dummy phones, right? So it's not only for tech companies, but it'd be great if you can add tech components. Next slide, please. Okay, you guys are with me. I love it. Next slide. So now we're getting into deeper waters. Now, where is this money? I've told you that there is money, but where is the money? I've told you there is money, and where is the money? The first one that we commonly know is donations. And it will surprise you to know that out of 100%, about over 64% of the money that goes to non-profits and social enterprises come from donations. It's even more than what goes to grants. Grants is just about 24%. So donations. So if you have a non-profit, the only issue I have with non-profit, I don't know if it's an issue. I just feel like when it comes to sustainability, if you're relying solely on donations, there are people here that have non-profits. You know how hard it is. I told you that we used to do health relief as a non-profit, right? We had to come on WhatsApp, please donate. But we tell for money. You people have not seen me. You have not seen me on WhatsApp saying, please come and donate, right? Because it's a sustainable business on its own. So another assignment I would give you when you're building, and please guys, don't be one of those people before I go on. Don't be one of those people that attend webinars and attend free classes and you don't do anything with it. I'm going to make you some offers at the end of this program. But if you know me and if you've been part of my class, I don't force my offers. The reason is even because there's no time. But this is the caveat. If you can go and do something with things that you learn, you can literally change your life. And I'm a 2-in-1. I give you people free motivational speaking apart from social enterprise. And you should be in my DM saying thank you. Right? But seriously, if you can go back and do things with all the things that you have learned, you would move up a little bit more. Right? I think that's what I do. I just really go, nothing special. They're not smart. They are not extra smart. You're even smarter than them sometimes. So the first one that we know commonly is donations. The second one is corporate social responsibility. How many people know of that? And that means that I love CSR. We're already talking to somebody that has missionaries in the north and they want to pay for health insurance. Isn't that beautiful? They want to pay for health insurance for those people, for those set of people. So we take them. We even give them discounts. And imagine if they brought me 100 people. So somebody might be doing birthday and they say what they want to do is give people health insurance for a year, right? A company, you can go to MTN. They're all these big corporations. They also have their foundations. There's even Dangote Foundation. There's all these big guys, Orlando Foundation. If you're able to play your cards right with your personal branding, because one of the things I see people do, let me shade you people a bit. I see some people do this thing where they come up with fancy slide and you just slide into somebody's email and you say, we are doing this is the name of my organization. Please come and give us money. No, nobody will give you money. No, 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 no. People will work with the people that they know, they like, and they trust. They don't know you yet, they don't like you yet, they don't trust you yet, and they should come and give you 20 million naira. Hey, yeah, as what? As you are the what? You put it in your mouth. The baba that did it for you said it's going to work. It's not like that. So the first thing you want to do, and I love LinkedIn for that, you can build connections. And that's why it piggies back on your personal branding. If you are a sensible person already on your status, and it feels like I'm already shouting at you people, I'm sorry. If you already write nice things in your captions, they're already proof, if they're validations, they see the people you roll with, they see that you have, it's like she has street credibility. And you set connection requests, and you're like, this is what I do. I really love to connect. They're human beings. They do not carry hot iron on their head. And they reply, oh, it's really nice to meet you. Because I don't know, when you want to accept connection requests, you go on the person's page now on LinkedIn and you check what they say. I think people just used to receive connections like that. Sometimes I just used to receive when I don't have time and I just want to accept. Even small you used to get those kind of meals. Can you see what I'm saying? What do you do when you see those meals? You just roll your eyes as what now? But if the person came through another channel, oh, hello, Miss Tolu, I see what you do for the special needs children. We do this as well. And I think there's a place for synergy. Do you think we could jump on a call, a 30 minutes call next week at your earliest possible available time? Somebody will sit down on to, they will go and, okay, this person is doing this. Okay, these are pictures of when they went on outreach. This is what they've done. You'll start to talk. When you get on the Zoom call, on Google call, you will see if it aligns, and then you can now start talking about money. So number 3 is grants, which is why we're here. Grants, there's a lot of money out there. I think at the moment, about 2 trillion every year, $2 trillion, if I'm correct, goes out in funding, in grant funding. Grants, and for people that are new to this space, I know that there are different people across different levels of expertise. Grant money is money where you do not pay back, right? You do not pay back. It is when they give you the money, you go use it for what you say. It is not free money, because some people think grant money is free money that you can just chop anyhow. Grant people, one of the things that we use to finish you is impact reporting. You must give impact report to the last 5 naira that you spent. And if you do anyhow with one of your grant funding, these people are interconnected. Before they give you grants, most of them will call the previous grant funders that have given you money. And if they say that you're a shady person, you're not going to get it. So don't say, shady, I'll just spend that money, I'll receive another one. Okay, now they'll meet you in front. Number 4, products and services. And this is what I say is also a funding channel. So I'm going to give an example now. Say somebody works with women and children, and you're helping women, maybe women that have gone through sexual abuse, and you want to integrate them back into the society. Maybe they've gone through gender violence, rape, and all of that. After you've done your mental therapy thing that you want to do, one of the things is you want to also make them stand on their own and be able to go pay for things on their own, right? The way you can do that is you can say, okay, now you people learn skill, you give them skill acquisition, and then the products that they make on that skill from that from what they know, you can put it on an e-commerce store, and anybody that buys something, you make it clear to your donors, to your partners. If you buy something from here, it goes to making sure these women have a source of livelihood, and it also makes sure that the children go to school, right? So that's products and services, and this is very sustainable. It's the way Health for Money is. It's funny that we're doing social impact and we're helping a lot of lives, but we're also making money. At 10,000 users, we would have made, and can I share that number with you guys? At 10,000 users, we would have made over 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 three over $500,000 in revenue at 50,000 at 10,000 users, and that's next year. So yes, it's sustainable. With that money, we can do good stuff. We can pay our team members. We can hire CTOs, hire people that are great at their work, and we can do good stuff. Number 5 is equity and debt financing. So fun fact for me, and I'm sharing a lot with you guys. I have up to date in less than 9 months, I have rejected almost $100,000 in equity money. And somebody will be like, Kim, why would you do that? We need to go wash your head. So equity, let me explain what equity means. If somebody says they want to give you equity money, they are going to take a portion of your business, of your social enterprise, or of your nonprofit. Usually it is social enterprise that gets equity requests. And I'm going to also try to explain that because I know we have people with different levels. You might have seen me interchange the word nonprofit and social enterprise. They're two different things. So non-profit, like the name implies, non-profit. Every money that comes in goes to the work. You're not making profit. If they donate to you, if they give you grants, it is for the work. You do not pay tax. You do not make profits for the money. Please let me know we're still together. Who is that? Yes, Mr. Idi, I'm in a meeting. Yes, sir. You know what? Yes, JJ is not on. He will turn it when he comes here. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. Yes, good night. That's my neighbor. It's being neighborly. There's power, there's electricity, but the journey is on, and somebody will turn it over later. Okay, thank you. I wanted to be sure that I'm not alone. So I was trying to differentiate between non-profit, and this is another thing you want to go and think about before you even start saying you want to raise money. Do you want to do you want to be a non-profit, or do you want to be a social enterprise? Non-profit, they make money. The money where they collect, it is for your business, it is for the work that you're doing. You don't sell, some people sell, but you don't really sell anything. But the one I really love, and that's the one we're also doing, is social enterprise. And from the name, social entrepreneurship, it is for impact, right? But we also make money. And it can be two things. That for profit, you can put the money back into the business, or the money you can make your profit and do it anyhow. The reason why it sounds complicated is in that Nigeria, we don't have a legislative structure for social entrepreneurship. If you want to register your anything, it's either two things. It's either you're registered as a non-profit, which is the incorporation thing you're going to do, or you register as a limited liability, which is a business. So Health for Money is registered as a limited liability. So we pay tax because we make money, even though we're for impact. And that's because Nigeria doesn't have that legislative structure. I know of an organization, Mwazo Africa, and they're trying to really fight and try to push that legislation to happen. And it's going to be really good because it will favor people like us that work for impact and for profit. So equity, when the person comes and tells you, like the offer I got recently, saying they wanted to give us $75,000 equity money, they can say they want to take 10%. And even when you're applying for things, be careful. Read in between the lines. Some of these things will tell you that they will take, like Y Combinator. If you're very familiar with Y Combinator, it's a big deal. They give about $500,000. they will tell you that they will take equity. I think they take 5% or 7.5%. That means your company does not belong to you solely again. And it's not a bad thing. Don't make it a bad thing. The reason why we have rejected almost $200,000 in equity money is because we want to still test our idea. Once we have done 10,000 users, we have really seen that, okay, health insurance can really help low income people get access to healthcare. Then we'll go for equity. But for now, and my instructions are to stay with grant funding for now. The other one is debt financing. Debt financing, like the name implies, you borrow money now, and then you use it to if they can say 5 years. But this kind of borrowing is not like the normal borrowing of you'll be paying me na. They can say they will borrow you money in 3 years, you start repaying, right? It's not immediately. In 3 years, maybe when the business is sustainable enough. But one thing I will advise, guys, start small and go big. Start with grants and go big. But if you have confidence in your idea, please go for it. So guys, which one do you think you'll be using now? Let me drink water. Let me take a water break. And then you tell me in the comments which one you think you'll be going for in the funding channels. Which of the funding channels do you think you'll be going for? I'm waiting. Let me know. Is it donations? You can do a combination. You can even do, I think for us in Health for Money, we do, okay, Anne says, oh, Anne, is this the Anne I know? My sister from MS, right? I think that's, yeah, good evening. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 is good. Yeah, good evening, sis. Welcome. Okay, so which one are you going for? Which one are you going for? Let me know. And we need to run now because we have not even gotten to the meat of the how to write a proposal. Where are my people now? 1 and 4. The first 4. Okay, yeah, the first 4 works for you, Mama. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Anybody that is talking about 2, I hope you know that you're going to have to take your this thing seriously. You're going to have to take your personal branding, your storytelling very seriously because they will go and check you online. If they did not see, somebody should give me their name. Let me Google it. Maybe it's not going to show me anything. Or is your Facebook post of 2025 that is, I mean 2014 that is going to show me? Okay, Fumi Alagbe, I think I know this person as well. The name seems familiar. From VCAP, 1, 3, 4. Donations, grants, and equity. Okay, products. Nobody wants to do equity. Abi, you people, have I bad-mouthed equity for you now? No, please. Equity is great. When you get to a certain level of growth, you might need equity. But for testing, oh, hi. Thank you for joining. Where can we find these grants? Fabulous Betty. That is where we're going next. Next slide. 2, 3, 4. Della. CSR, grants and products. And so you see, Betty, I can read your mind. I'm your soul sister. Where to find grant opportunities? I said, like marriage, it has to be a perfect fit union. Vivian, how are you, darling? Good evening. It has to be a perfect fit union where you meet the needs of the founders, right? See, it even saves you, you know that your chances of refusal or of rejection are lower if you go for grant opportunities that are a perfect fit for you. Do you know that? It saves you the heartbreak of crying on rejections. I know how rejections can be. I chop breakfast every morning. I chop professional rejection breakfast almost every day. Because if the higher you apply, oh, let me say it. Oh, they did not tell you people that the higher you apply, the higher your rejections will be. So your mental health has to be fix your mental health now, before you enter into this business. Nobody should come and send me DM and say, Kemi, I'm not fear. I've been getting rejections. We used to drink rejection like pap, we drink it. I've had a day where I got congratulations now and I got rejection now and I got I've gotten sandwich days and I've gotten good days as well. So yeah, but one of the ways you can reduce your failure or your in that sense, failure rates with grants is when you make sure that you read through the eligibility. Yes, it's like scholarship. It's the same thing now. It's the same energy, sis. It's the same energy. Scholarship or opportunities or fellowship is application. It's almost it's almost the same thing. Yeah. So it has to be a perfect fit union. Do they want you? Do you look like the person they want in marriage? Do your values align? They say they are looking for. I told you I can't apply for everything in health, not because some of them have different. Some will be mental health. I don't have anything mental health. Some will be NCD, specific things. So make sure you read in between the lines. And where do you find this? These are the place I find my own, right? Opportunity Desk and Co. When I say and Co, I'm talking about scholarship site, opportunity tracker, all of that. Please put it in the comments, guys. Put it in the comment for me, all these opportunity guys that they are there. You can find grant opportunities. But if you want to be more tailored, I'll say you should subscribe to the Funds for NGOs. I have a subscription as well. Donations, grants, and products. Okay. All word. Thank you. All word. I'm not sure I pronounced your name right. I'm sorry. Okay, so Funds for NGOs, they have a free version and they also have the paid version. All right. There's even something I have for you guys at the end of this. There's an ebook. We put together different over 100 grants, seed grants, incubators, and accelerators. Another thing, let me talk about incubators and accelerators. Yes, funds for NGOs. If you have a social enterprise here, and the reason why I'm saying social enterprise, that means you have a really nice idea. And when I'm saying nice idea, I mean you have a unique value proposition. See, let me tell you people the truth. I can tell you people the truth because we are brethren. And somebody else might not be able to tell you. I've reviewed some things. And the reason why they're not picking you, apart from the fact that sometimes they won't pick you this year, they'll pick you next year. Apart from Global Good Fund last year or so, they didn't pick me. This year, they have moved to their final stage, and it's me and them this year. And apart from that, the reason why some of you are not getting these opportunities, your solutions are not great. I don't know how else to say it. They're generic. Everybody's doing them. Sanitary pads, reusable sanitary pads. I know that I said I was going to be nice on this call, but I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. I had to still go there. Build something spectacular and see the money come to you. If you do not pick anything from this, that USP, your unique value proposition, your unique selling point, make sure that your solution is BAM. And you know your solution will be BAM? Go back to the drawing board. Go back to meet those people. And I think I've overflogged that. Another place where you can get opportunities is grants.gov. But this is good for people that maybe in the US thing self. I think it's something by the US government, right? But you will also see grant opportunities for Africa. Then industry-specific donors. This one many people will not tell you. I believe in something. I'm on a challenge. I'm calling it a personal challenge. I'm calling it what's the worst that can happen challenge. Do you know that I said something that these people are looking for fund? They're looking for who to give the money. That means they have a budget every year. That means Bill and Melinda Gates have a budget. They are more tilted towards healthcare, maternal, sexual, reproductive health. So if you're in that line, you don't even have to wait for them to bring out an application. Go on LinkedIn. There's a way that on LinkedIn you can search for people that are working in a particular place. If you search Bill and Melinda Gates, you go to people, right? Go to people. You will see the people that are working there. They have Nigerian office, I think. They have even African office, right? Go to one of them, somebody in their programs. You don't even have to go for director of programs. It's you that there's something called peer-to-peer networking. It's you that are looking for the big guys and they're not replying your message. You think I don't know that they're not replying your message. They're not replying your message now. So go to your peer, somebody on your level, maybe a program assistant, somebody in program, maybe a program cord or something, maybe not the director of programs, and say, oh, hello, personal branding. If you did not post about your business, it's Bible verse you're always posting. And that's not a shade to anybody now. I mean, I'm a person of faith as well, but you need to be able to show us credibility for your work now. And then tell them, okay, this is what I'm doing. Don't even start with this is what I'm okay. I would like to connect with you. I see that you work here. There are human beings on the other side too. Industry-specific donors. If this person eventually be able to build a network, it might not be as fast as the ones you want, but some things take time too now, right? And these people, oh my goodness. Naya, are we good? I think you guys can't see my screen anymore because I can't see it either. Naya, is there a challenge? And I need to run. Okay, so I was saying that industry-specific donors, go to their, so find that person, start communicating. Oh, this is what I'm doing. Do you think that you could have a feedback on me? Is it okay? And please be respectful of people's policies and timing and all of that. Is it part of your policy? Is it okay for you to discuss with me, for me to share maybe a pitch deck with you or a proposal or something? Ask them, don't just go and bombard them. Okay, Fumi, you said no. Is it to my slide? But you should be able to see it now. So don't just go and bombard them. Let me message. I don't know what the challenge is. Or should I share from my end here? Okay, you can see it, but it's not moving. Now, can we get to what's it called now? Where I was. Oh, my slide is moving, it's showing. Oh, it's showing, but not moving. Yeah. So Naya should help us fix that. Maybe she's having network challenges, but I'm going to speak to it since I know. Sorry about that, though. I'll see if I'll be able to share the slides with you with the replay. Okay, she's moving it now. So industry specific is you should know the people in your own industry. Me, the people I put here are people in my own industry. Healthcare. USA gives money to healthcare. Google Impact Challenge, Global Fund, Rockefeller, Bill and Melinda Gates. So what's the worst that can happen challenge? They're gonna tell you no, you're not gonna die. You know, nobody ever died from no. And to be honest, there's some no's that even come with some other things. They might say no to funding you at the moment, but they know people that I've had some people that said, okay, we're not currently doing that at the moment, but I know somebody that has that works in a foundation that they do healthcare. And having that conversation, and some they just become mentors and they just really like your work and they will mention your name in rooms. So please, it's a win-win situation. Don't just think about the end point of money. It's broader than that. There's people currency, or how do they say that thing now? Right? Okay, so you can also go to Instrumentally. Instrumentally is also like a US thing, but you will also get some opportunities for Africa. Then popular donors and industry specific, I've already said that. But the best bet for you is still funds for NGOs. Please, next slide. Now, I think this is where we get to how to write a grant proposal. Next slide, please. So writing a grant proposal. So Naya, please make your slide full screen. Make it the full. Thank you, my darling. Please make it a full slideshow. Was this how you've been showing? Or is this how it's been showing? Okay. Okay, so when you want to write a grant proposal, I believe that your grant proposal should have everything on this pyramid. No, yeah, this was not how it was showing, right? Should I just share from my side? Or can you communicate with me in my personal chat? Oh, your network went off. I'm even seeing two of you. Please, guys, give me a minute. Let me just solve this. Noya, can you hear me? Or let me do it from my side. So please, can you zoom in so that we can see clearly like we were saying? Okay, I think she's doing that now. Sorry, people. Okay, so this pyramid or this list of things should be on your grant proposal. And the first thing is problem statement. So guys, we're getting to the meat of your grant proposal. The first one is problem statement. What exactly? So if you want to start writing your grant now, you can write it to the first page is problem statements, your grant proposal. If anybody says submit a grant proposal without them giving guidelines, but most times organize it. I can say 95, 99% of the time, they will tell you what the heading should be. Problem statement, start with the problem. But don't just say, in Nigeria, the education system is bad. We know that the education system is bad, but start with verifiable data. So for me now, I would say something like less than 5% of the entire Nigerian population have health insurance. This is according to the National Demographic Health Survey 2018, which is the latest health survey that we have. We were supposed to do one in 2023. I don't know. I don't think they did it, right? So start with that, then go on to back it up. I can say that Nigeria at the moment has poor health indexes, with its ranking as number 5 with maternal mortality, number 3 on child mortality. Did I say number 5? From the from the bottom, right? So you need to know those numbers and put it together. Go online, Google it, find the data to put it together, and just put it together, right? The next thing is your solution. Your solution is the next thing. So I always advise guys, for each of these things, do one page. Gone are the days of 50-page proposal. Let me say it now. Are we still with me? Gone are the days of 50-page proposal. No, yeah, I don't know why it's not showing as great. It was better than this before. I'm sorry, I can insist on some things now. You're 2. Yeah, now you're 1. So I want you guys to have a good quality experience. You zoom in. Okay, so I think I know what the challenge is. Okay, is this better? Into devices. Okay, we're just going to have to manage this, but I think it's still better. Okay, so I like that. Do one page, really talk about your problem, the problem that exists, then so that they can see the need. Once people are able to bite on the need, they would see, okay, the need. But now you have to be able to provide a solution that fixes those problems. So some people will tell me something like, oh, education is bad. So why is school pack? Oh yeah, who is in education here? Who is in education? Who was it? Who were those people that told me education at the beginning? Now everybody's hiding, Abby. Don't want to defend your sector. So if you did a good problem analysis, a human-centered design, we did a human-centered design, and we discovered that 7 out of 10 market women do not know what health insurance is. They don't know what the Yoruba name is even so difficult. They call it I forgot to see me. Adoshu, Adoju Tofu or something. That's what health insurance is called in Yoruba, because I stay in a Yoruba place now, so I need to be able to tell them what it means in Yoruba. And from our own personal data, we found out that only 3 have the faintest idea, and the things they know about health insurance is even the wrong thing. Then we discovered again that out of 10, 0 out of them. So that means no, at least from the market research that we did, none of them have health insurance. So you need to be able to have this data, both the one that you have done and the one that is online. Then your solution should fix it. So if you're talking about poor health education system, how is school pack the solution to that problem? You see that we're just doing low-hanging fruit solutions and projects, right? And then you need to be able to do your goals and objectives. So that's when you now say, in 1 year, we will provide affordable health insurance to 1,000 users. I'm going to show you an example in the next slide. Then you should also be able to say your project budget. This one is another place where I see a lot of people have challenges. You're not breaking down your project budget at all. You're just being ambiguous. I'm also going to show you a sample in the next slide. Then you should have your organization and team information. Tell us your mission, your vision. Don't just assume that they know. Tell us something about you, what you've done before, why they should work with you. Maybe you have track record, your traction, And then logic model is where a lot of people don't like. What logic model just does, it tells you your input, what you put into it, the activities, and what the impact is supposed to be. And this is so key. Why? Because we're about impact. We know we work in the church sector, social impact space. What we are really measuring, when the business people measure profit to know the health of their own organizations, we are measuring impact. So a logic model tells you, if I give you 100 naira, use it to get health insurance for these people, how many people will be helped? That's your immediate output, right? But now they're thinking not just giving them that health insurance and they're able to access care. They're now thinking about the long-term one, which is what we call outcome. Outcome is the last one where years from now you can still measure it. And that's why I said one of our outcomes can be the examples I gave in the first instance, that a woman, she had hypertension, undiagnosed hypertension. I'm a person of faith. And one of the things God told me one time is that, do you know how many people have undiagnosed hypertension in this Bodija market? I was just in market one day. Do you know how many? If I opened your eyes to see how many, and it's really literally proving correct when we went for our data, right? Most of them, they don't check their BP, they don't even know all those things. But with health insurance, they can access care. So let me show you the next slide where I have a sample. And it's not looking so great because I had to take a screen munch, for a what's it called now? A proposal. I hope you know that a grant proposal is a document. Like it's not a pitch. It's different from a pitch deck, and I'm going to show you the difference very soon. So look at this sample. If you want this sample, there's something you can do to get it. I'll tell you about it later. Let me see. I want to zoom it in for you guys. Can you guys see it at all? Let me zoom it in. Okay, so this person, this change maker is working on homelessness. So confirm for me that you can see my slide. Just say C or something. Confirm for me that you can see my slide. Waiting. Yes, you can see it. And thank you so much. Okay, great. Awesome. Okay, so let me continue. Let me not get distracted by messages. So this person works on homelessness. And they started by saying homelessness. Hook. Hook is very important. I'm going to talk about hook in how to do pitch deck. You want to hook the person. And that's a very strong hook, like the name implies. These people have to respond to so many things, right? They process so many applications. So if your application is not strong, if it's not outstanding, I beg, they will put you somewhere else. So this person says homelessness, it is a real problem, especially among veterans. So they say here that you should add evidence to support and explain the problem. That was what I said, within the past 5 years. Oh, it's not readable on a phone. Okay. Sorry about that. But I'm reading it so that you can see what I'm saying, right? You want to start, you see that this person also started with their needs or their problem statements. They gave data. In fact, more than 9% of homeless adult individuals are homeless. Do you know what this does? It helps the person see that this problem truly exists. Then they went further. They even gave a geographical distance. So you can give a global. Did you know in the world, my own data is in the world, over how many million? I think 1 million people every year are pushed below poverty because of healthcare expenses. Then I'll come to Africa. I'll give another data in Africa. Then I'll come to Nigeria, my client. That is just to further corroborate that this problem exists. So the next thing after you do this is you go to your solutions. And then you now say, this is why we created, oftentimes I say, this is why we created Health for Money, right? So then you now talk about what your solution is. And don't forget, let me go back to my slide, Abby. Okay, I already told you problem, solution. The next thing is goals and objectives. So yeah, if you see here by the right, the other thing we have is objective. So objectives here is saying that I'm sorry, it's not so great. It's because it's a document. It's not a pitch deck. It's not a slide presentation, but I'll read it to you guys. So this lady said, for our own, by the end of 6 months, 20 homeless veterans will receive traditional housing through 3 group homes. Guys, even if it's not you, that you don't want money, don't you want to give this person? It's clear, it's succinct, there's nothing hidden, no hidden agenda. It's clear what they want to do. If we give them this money within 6 months, they will get 20 homeless veterans. Veterans are these guys, they call their people that are retired, especially if they've served in the military. We call them veterans, and usually they are just, over there, it's not like our culture where we put our people to live with us when they are old. So sometimes they are left without care. So they're saying 20 homeless veterans will receive housing. They've been talking about homelessness. So number 2 objective is by the end of year 1, 50% of this 20 that we have, which is 10, will now receive employment apart from housing, because you want a sustainable model, right? You don't want to just give them house and the next day they're unable to pay for it. But if they're able to get employment through their job placement services, everything is great. And then you're going to have to break it down. So these things are templates, really. It's just like a plug and play. So don't disturb yourself too much about trying to build it from scratch. If you go online, you might see. But I have a couple of these samples that I'm happy to share with you later on. So that's how you write a grant proposal, guys. That is how you write a grant proposal. You make sure you have your problem statement, you have your solution, you have your goals and objectives, your budgets, break it down. If you're going to help how many people, do the math. If you're going to hire people, put it there. Organization and team information and your logic model. Let me show you what the logic model looks like. I was particular to add it because I know people have struggles with logic model, and it's not that hard, to be honest. So this is what happens with a logic model. The pyramid is not clear. Don't worry, I'll share this slide with you guys. I'll share this. It will come with your replay tomorrow, with the link to your replay tomorrow morning. Okay, so see this logic model, input and resources. I was saying it. Let me zoom it for you guys. Input and resources, right? What are the inputs? Your inputs and resources talks about your human resource, your executive director, your partners, your team members. Then you now start to talk about each activity under each objective. So for the first objective, don't forget, we said by the end of 6 months, 20 homeless veterans will receive transitional housing through 3 group homes. So you're going to talk, what are the things you will do under that to make sure that these people get your end result? You are going to do outreach, you're going to get partners. So that's what you write under activities. So once you have done your activities, what is expected? So this thing, let me tell you something about grant writing. Your logic model, they don't just expect you to do it because of money. They expect you to follow it. It's supposed to be like a pro. So, in the business world, if you have business people here, there are people that they do things like growth strategy, business strategy, the plan that they follow. This is also supposed to be your plan for that project. And I enjoy writing some applications. They help me create some documents that we don't have. So if you have this logic model, you know everything you're supposed to do from A to Z, all the activity for A to Z for 1 year for your project. And you know what the outcome is supposed to be. So at the end of the 1 year, we know that 20 homeless veterans will get housed. We know that out of that 20, 10 of them, at least 10 of them will be employed. And we know that we're going to provide financial literacy workshops so that they can do better with their money, they can save and they can grow it, right? So that they're not homeless the next year. That's good. But now, apart from output is the basic result. And I really hope you guys can get it. Output is the basic result that you can see. But your outcome is after 1 year of your program, after 2 years of your program. Increased veterans receiving transitional and permanent housing. It's just a wordplay thing. This is the part I really like, impact. At the end of the day, your impact should be measurable. They should be able to say, oh, because of this project, this and this happened. Our own impact at the end of the day will be that 10,000 users who did not have access to healthcare before without paying out of pocket. And that means on the day that they are broke, they're not able to access healthcare. They can now access this healthcare without fear of financial risk or burden because of health for men. That means we can measure the number of lives that we're saving. the number of mortality rates that could have been without health for money. So I don't know. I know that logic model usually gives people problem, but let me know, did you get anything? Did you guys understand it? And then don't overthink it. This thing is a template. You know what a template means, Abby? It's just a plug and play. It already exists. You just input your own data. So if I wanted to share a template of this with you, it will be empty without all these things. You will just look at this and say, okay, this is how me to actually enter my own. Does it make sense? Let me know. Let me know if you guys got it. Let me know. And I have, is this the time? And I still want to show you guys how to create a pitch deck. Somebody saw the flyer and said, Kemi, how is all these things free? Okay, let me go back. Well explained. Oh, I'm grateful. Thank you. I feel better. Okay. So let me go to how to create a pitch deck. It does. Yes. It's a plug and play. Once you have the template, so don't overthink anything. Everything is easy in this. So you can do absolutely everything. You just have to have the template and just input it. Input your own numbers and your own peculiarities. Bend your phone and zoom in. Okay, so I'm not using a phone. I'm using literally two devices here, but to make it work. But I think you guys should be able to see it now. How to create a pitch deck. So who knows what a pitch deck is? You've probably applied for things and tell you, please, oftentimes the things they will tell you to submit in any grant application or any of these opportunities, they will tell you to submit your pitch deck. They might tell you to submit your grant proposal sometimes, if it's a grant. And then they can tell you to submit your pitch video. And then they will tell you to submit your lean business model, or what we call business model canvas, right? Business model canvas. Good. So I'm going to show you all these things. I've already shown you grant proposal. You should be able to write your grant proposal. Now, with those pyramid things, you get this slide and just do your problem, do your solution, do your goals, do your budget, your organization and team information, and logic model. It's not everybody that even asks for logic model. If you want to form over Sabi, you can put it there, right? So how to create a pitch deck. Number one as well. So the difference between a pitch deck and you might be saying, why are they asking for these two things? A pitch deck is like this, my slide. You can look at it and you can get the information. It should usually be within 10 and 15 slides, preferably 10 slides. Preferably 10 slides. And this is what should be there. So if you use Canva, if you're familiar with Canva, you will see samples of tons of, even the one I use for Help for Money, I just played around Canva and I created it and we've used it. At least it has won a bit of money and it has worked so far. So the first one is, are we ready for pitch deck? Pitch deck. I know some people that signed up for this masterclass just because of pitch deck. So if you're ready for pitch deck, let me know. Let me run through it in 5 minutes. Say pitch deck in the comments. Let me stretch. Pitch deck in the comments. And then we'll go for it. I think there's power now. Do you think we should switch over? Okay. Pitch deck. Nobody wants pitch deck. Pitch deck. Pitch deck. Great. Awesome. So let's go for pitch deck. Number one is problem statements. Like that one again. But one thing I do with my pitch deck is my problem statements, apart from just stating it, I start with the story. So let me give you an example of a pitch. If I was pitching for you people for money, this is how I would usually start. I have 3 entry modes. And my entry, or the kind of thing I say during my pitches or on my pitch deck, is based on my audience. Who are the people I'm speaking with? Are they investors? Are they investors that are after profits? Or they are investors that are after impact? Or they are judges for a pitch competition? So it determines what you say and how you start, the vibe you start with. Okay, so for instance, this is an opening I have. I'll say, did you know? I start with a question. Because I said, did you know? You already want to know what I want to talk about. So I can start with, did you know that less than 5% of the entire Nigerian population lack health insurance? Do you know what that means in layman terms? It means that every time an average Nigerian needs to use healthcare, they have 2 options. One, either borrow, further pushing them below poverty level whenever they need healthcare if they don't have the cash. Or two, self-medicate, increasing the risk of morbidity and mortality. I'm not looking at any screen. When you have now, if they wake me up from sleep, I can pitch it for me without a pitch deck. When you have done it a couple of times, it becomes you, right? So I've started the first approach I used was question. I mean, did you know? Another one I like that people really love is I could do a quick survey in this room and ask you how many people have health insurance. Please wave. And then they wave. Oftentimes, if I go to rich place, if it's a rich place, a lot of them will wave because it comes with their corporate package, right? And then I'll follow up with, nice, there's a lot of you. But if I did the same in Shomolu market or in Kano market, the number would be 0. This shows you the gruesome reality of the average low-income Nigerian. You see, that's the hook that person was talking about in that homelessness slide. So you have to be able to hook them with something. And I think I used another one. I have a third strategy. Can I remember it at the minute? Oh, my third strategy is the story. So I tell the story. You know, we used to have health relief, so we've had people that we've interacted with. I have a couple of people that I can use. I tell the story of Aisha. I can tell them about Aisha, a 50-something-year-old woman who did not know that she had hypertension and diabetes, but had a wound that was not healing on her leg. Help for Money she eventually signed up for Help for Money. And when she got to the hospital, it was realized that she had gangrene. That means Aisha's leg had to be amputated. That would not be the case if she had her diabetes under control. And that would not be the case if she had health insurance and she could go to the she could go to the hospital closest to her without fear of financial risk or burden. This is exactly why we do what we do at Health for Money. So you can use that emotional side. Because I work in healthcare, I can use that emotional hook. Somebody hears about somebody losing their legs just because of something that could have been prevented. They're sold. So what is your own problem statement that you can put? So I've said question, something that can drag them in, something story, emotional. Then you also want to talk about your solution in the next slide. The next slide is now when you tell us about your solution, if it's a tech something, if it is a course, if it is whatever. So you have 2 and 3 to do that. 3 is products and program. Then number 5, you have market size and target market. So you need to be able to tell us whether there are people that will buy these things that you want to do. Are there people that will use this? So for us in Nigeria, over 200 million Nigerians lack health insurance. If we even got 20% of that market share, because I hope you know that you can't get the entire market share. Those are realistic conversations you have to have. So there's something called total market share. There's something called shareable market share, and then there's that portion that you get. So they're going to ask you, what is your market size? So let me start picking people I know. So for Sister Tolu, who works with special needs children, can you give me the data of the number of children with special needs and why your solution? So she has programs, she even has a group of teachers, people that they can send to homes to teach these children. So what can you tell us the market size? They want to know the market size so that they will know whether you'll be profitable. Maybe it's just 10 people in the whole of Nigeria that needs your solution. But if you're able to tell your market size that according to this data, it shows that 50,000 children or maybe 50 million children have special needs, or you'll be able to put it. Then you say your target market. Our own target markets are low-income informal sector Nigerians. Then the 6th slide is your business model or your go-to-market strategy. Your business model tells us how will you be sustainable beyond grants, and that's why I love the social. I think I'm even tilting from non-profits completely. And I'm just in the social enterprise space now because it's more sustainable and because it feels like even the whole social impact space is tilting towards that because they see that they can help themselves on the long run if they don't get grants. So they want to ask you, how will you go to market? Our own strategy, we use health campaigns, we do health education, we do music in the market, we do aired marketing, where we get all these women into clusters and we talk to them about their health and how they can do better and how health insurance is the way. So you have to have your go-to-market strategy. How are you going to the market? Tosin, I know that your solution is around children. Your desire is for children to have affordable and quality healthcare. So how would you find your solutions? How would you get your solutions to them, right? Then you have to have traction and impact. Traction and impact. What have you done so far? These are for people that have existed before. What have you done so far? And what is your impact? And why should we give you the money? Then financial projections. We have financial projections of 5 years. 2027, we know how much we'll be making. This is to show that you're sustainable. Then competitive analysis. So what are the other? You're not the only one in your space. Stop lying. Stop lying. Stop lying. What are the other guys in your space and that are doing good work as well? And what makes you better? We know our competitors, even though I don't like to call them competitors because we're doing different things, but yeah, you still need to be able to know those people. Then you tell us about your team. Our team, we have over almost 30 years cumulative experience across fundraising, program management, product management, technical skill, marketing. You need to be able to that's where you put the fancy pictures of your team members. And then you tell us about your ask. Never ever submit a pitch deck without the ask. Never. Make sure you're asking for something. Number 4 is missing. Can you imagine? So that's probably why I have team and your ask together. I knew something was wrong. So team is supposed to be different. Your ask slide is also supposed to be different. Right? So let me move to the next slide. So I put in some pictures. And I said something. Less words, more infographics. Less words, more infographics. These are some slides that I put. Even this is for who can tell me the name of this business without the name of this business being on it in the chat? Who can tell me the name of this business without telling me the name, without me putting the name of the business? Come on, do very well now. Laptops be having a mind of their own. Okay. I'm sorry. There's anything you see like this that is not showing very well. Screenshot. Sorry. So who can tell me this blue guy? Who can tell me the name of this business? This blue guy. A web platform where users can rent out their space to host travelers. If you're in the US, you probably know. I'm going, it's going. I want to give the person a gift. So you don't know if the gift is money. Going. Go on, Airbnb now. Okay, and got it. Airbnb. Okay, Uber. This one already shows Uber. So this is you see the solution. Airbnb, Rala, how are you? Good evening. So yes, it's Airbnb. So you see that don't make it in the name of Jesus. Your pitch deck will not be. I have that tendency to. You see the way I've jam-packed everything because I feel like there's so much I want to share. Don't fall into that thing. It's not good. It's not nice when your slides is being presented, and it makes it so all over the place. They can't even see what you're saying. So make it cute like this with infographics. See this one too. This is the Uber's own. Uber said Uber cab concept, a fast and efficient on-demand car service. Then there's this one I put that I can't even see myself. Our products are liquid plants. So I'm just trying to show you what pitch decks look like. Make them sweet, make them fancy. Make sure your colors are not rioting. This is another one here. See how they talked about their problem. So this is how you should do your problem. 25 times increase in egg laying. 293 million. Just put the numbers. People like numbers. People can relate with numbers, right? See this person's problem. Instead of them to write, they're over 1 billion, 100 billion, just put it in bullet. Most cabs in 2008 use aging and inefficient technology. That's a problem. No GPS, that's a problem. And that's what Uber came to solve. Then see another problem here of another organization. 550 million people globally struggle with symptoms of anxiety or depression. If I'm an investor, I want to say, okay, what solution do you have to fix this? Right? So this is another thing. This is where you write meet the team that I was talking about. See this, you put the picture of everybody, you write their name and what they do. If you go on Canva, you see many good samples that you can play around. You can plus or minus, even free mode of Canva. So don't be worried. And then this is the traction I was talking about. You should be able to, if you have traction, if you've been existing for a while, you can say 160,000 users. This one says 160 permit test user. Less than 80 of these users stayed with us, And then you want to put your go-to-market strategy. This is another way somebody put their own traction. Said we already have 800 paying users. We already have this annual revenue, da 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 da. And then this is a community first approach. This is your go-to. GMT means go-to-market strategy. And please avoid acronyms. Acronyms that are not commonly known. Avoid it. I didn't know that GTM means go-to-market strategies up until today. So I wanted to put that to show that. So what's your go-to-market strategy? This person said content creating, content marketing, PLG. What the heck is PLG? So this is a sample of a bad Canva because pitch deck, because they are putting acronyms that we don't know. Amen. Okay. So I'm running now. Tips for your pitch video. Tips for your pitch video. Whenever you want to pitch anywhere, first of all, add and fast rule. Be confident and be bold. I don't care if you're saying nonsense. I do not care if you're saying nonsense. Be confident and be bold. Believe first in yourself very strongly. Else, you won't be able to convince others to believe in you. I've had to sit on some things and I'm like, even if it's nonsense, be bold. Is anybody with me? Be bold. Allow your passion shine through. Every time I pitch out for money, one thing they will tell me, even if I have some lapses in some areas, like the fact that we are still a very young company and they don't want to give you money yet. I'm like, if you don't give me money, how will I prove the idea, right? But that's another story for another day. One thing they will always say is that, Deborah, Kemi, we see your passion shining through. So let your passion shine through. Sometimes that will be the only thing that will open the way for you. And be clear in speaking. I know that you're trying to, and that's why you should not have too many words. If you have too many words on your slide, you will run through it like me, and you'll be breathing the way I'm breathing, like a chicken that they're about to to slaughter. Be clear in your speaking, not too fast, not too slow. Take them on a nice pace. It is your business. You know it better than anybody. Even they ask you any question, be the boss at that moment. Be bold. See, one thing I used to tell myself anytime I want to get stage fright is that they don't know me. They don't know whether I'm afraid. So I can actually trick a person to thinking that I'm confident. They don't know what I'm thinking now. They don't know. So you might want to use that trick anytime you're pitching. They don't know me now. They don't know if I'm afraid. They don't know if I'm sad. They don't know if I'm, so I can literally fool a person. I don't know if that makes sense, but it works for me sometimes. Have a strong hook in the beginning, in your opening, such as a question, a surprising statistic, or a story. And I've showed you how to do that. Know your onions, know your numbers, know your growth plans. They shouldn't be asking you something about your financial projection, especially people like us that we are not very financially literate like that. And you should not be doing and if you don't know something, I'm sorry, I do not have that data at the moment, but I'm happy to share with you after this call. Be confident even if you don't know something. Know your audience and what they're looking for. I already said this. Know the people you're speaking to. If it's investors that are looking for impact, make sure that you highlight your impact because that's what they're looking for. If it's investors that are looking for money, if you're ready to take that, highlight your profit. Problem statement first, then how your solution solves it. Then justify your fundraising needs and make your request always end with an ask. Then you practice a lot and you will get better. Practice a lot and you'll get better. I added a template of a business model canvas. Sometimes they ask for this as well. And it's just a one pager that shows us everything about your business. And you might not see it clearly now, but when you have the slide, you see it. It talks about your problem. It's just the same thing. See, unique value proposition, unfair advantage. Just the same thing, different model. But some of them will ask for everything. So better safe than sorry. And I want to give you a trick. I promised you on the flyer that I was going to show you how to create your fundraising strategy. And this is an Excel sheet I'll share with you. It's self-explanatory. Don't be scared. I know some of you don't like Excel sheets, but it just helps you clarify things. So the point of this Excel is so dull. You guys can't really see it, but you have access to this slide. So what are the things that we're saying? You have to have a goal. How much do you want to raise in the next how many days? So I told you for us is that before the end of the year, we want to raise $250,000, right? And before the end of the year is how many months? August, September, October, November, December. 5 months times 30. So that's in 150 days. And I think it's possible. And I'll come share with you guys when we have done it. Right? So you're now going to talk about your action plan. So my action plan is to apply to 3 to 5 grant opportunities every week. So person here talks about if you're more than a one-person team, if you have somebody that also writes grants, you want to write the member of the team that is to carry it out. And you also have a clocking time. You know, I told you people something, anyhow, they say it has to stop. It has to do what? It has to stop. Anyhowness has to stop. So you have to have a clocking time. If it's every Thursdays from 3 to 5, nothing stops it. That's your schedule for it. Then I added an opportunity tracker for you so that you can go and find your perfect fit grants from funds, from NGOs, all the things I shared with you earlier, then input it here. I have an opportunity tracker too that I use, and I just decided to add it here. Then put the deadline as well so that you don't miss your deadline, and then put your status if you have applied or it's pending. It's a simple document, but it's just for you to see your entire fundraising strategy in one glance. Then another task you have here is to reach out to 3 perfect fit industry specific donors weekly, right? You can get money like that just by reaching out to an industry specific donor, somebody that works in the company or somebody that knows somebody that works in the company. Don't peer-to-peer networking is key. Don't play with it. So I put here Bill and Melinda Gates. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, once you go, they have seen, how do I translate that in English? They have seen glory in my hand. And I must collect their money. Yeah, because they're in my sector. All right. So you also want to put the contact person in that donor organization who you're speaking with, your means of communication. Is it email? Is it phone? This is so that you know the people you have spoken with and you can keep track with them. Don't just leave conversations pending. Whew, we did it, guys. 9:03. So how are we feeling? So what now? Are you overwhelmed? Let me know how you're feeling in the comments. I'm going to share this slide so that tomorrow you can sit with it and then use it to create all your stuff. But before that, how are you feeling? It's already 9:04. We need to leave here in 5 minutes. I promise we're leaving here in 5 minutes. How are we feeling? But guys, there's something that surprises me. Over 136 people signed up. Why am I saying this number? This number that I'm saying that I hear is not correct. It's that people sign up and they forget. And that was why I kept bombarding you people with emails, with messages, and all of it. It's all good. So how are we feeling? Nobody. Are we here? Are we here? Are we here? I said I'm releasing you in 5 minutes. Enlightened. And thank you so much. This feels like a clarity session. Thank you, Kemi. Gingered and feels there is work. Yes, there is work to be done. But don't be overwhelmed. I don't want anybody to feel overwhelmed. And you collect their money. Which money? I don't even know what I'm thinking of. Oh, yes, I will collect. Oh, it's Bill and Melinda Gates. In the name of Jesus. Thank you, my sister. I will collect that money and I'll come and testify. Eye-opening, Michael. Eye-opening. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Oh, so much clarity. Hey, Julia, how are you? Thank you for joining. I'm so glad. Don't be overwhelmed, though. Sister Tolu is not allowed. One step at a time. So what I would advise is, so I put something here. I said, what now? Take all that has been shared, use it to create your personalized fundraising strategy. I'm going to share that Excel sheet with you. You're going to make a list of, so the way it works is now, so for me now, if I say I want to raise 250K before the end of the year, I'm going to go look for some really nice, perfect fit that we fit like marriage. I'm going to go look for those opportunities, right? I'll look for the ones in low level. I'll look for the ones in high level. So I'll look for the ones like $5,000, $10,000, you know, and then I'll look for the ones like $50,000. I'll look for the ones in 100,000. So I'll call them that one like intermediate. Then I'll look for the ones of maybe like 1M. Even that one scares me too. That's for you to know that everybody has stage. And I have people too that have raised 1M, right? I'll say even if I can get some of those people on a call to come and talk to because I need that talk. Everybody get in level, right? So you now say, okay, so I'll go and look for all of them. I'll put them in that my grant proposal, my grant tracker that I shared with you people now, right? I'll put it here, right? And then I'll start applying. I'll pick the day, I'll look at my calendar in August. Okay, I'm free on Thursdays from this time to this time. Nothing must change it. I have to be disciplined. That's another thing. I say something, your organization cannot go beyond you, the founder. If you're an anyhow person, if you're not disciplined, if you don't do the work, it will not, nothing that will happen. It's not magic. Then I'll go and write it. So I know that every week I must submit at least 3. I put this 3 to 5 because that's what I do. I even do more than 3 to 5 sometimes on some weeks. And sometimes I don't do even up to that. But you can pace yourself. If it's 2 per week, you can apply to. But before you apply, the first thing you want to do is also make sure you have your pitch deck. So that's a trick I want to teach you guys. Make sure you have your pitch deck ready, your documents, everything you will need. Have it in a folder. It makes your life easy. All you have to do, even, do you know, guys, should I tell you a trick? I've applied so much that I know the questions that they repeat. They will ask for your problem. What is the problem you're trying to solve? What is the solution that you want to use to solve this problem? What is your unique value proposition? Those are the things they ask. I already have it on a Google Doc because I've applied for so many things. So I copy and paste. So sometimes I will need to tweak it based on what they're asking for specifically. If they're so tech oriented, I might have to tweak it and show that we're using AI, we have AI product, we have USSD product. But have it on a doc. It makes it easier. That way, if you can apply for 5 things in a week. Apply for 10 things. I've had weeks where I apply for 10 opportunities, right? Don't forget the numbers, and then I'm now going to go here and see which of some is my just be one industry specific donor you can do once a week. Go and do that one person. Send them a LinkedIn. Start from LinkedIn. Don't go to email. I feel like email should not be the first place you're speaking to a person. LinkedIn is good because they can see your track record. They can see how you've been here, the day you won awards, the day you did one project. They can see your backlog, right? So do that. Don't be overwhelmed. So what now? You have 2 options. You can take all that you have received from here and use it to create a personalized funding strategy and start applying. Or you can pick the second route and you can allow me hold twice. Hold your hands for the next 8 weeks, where you create your own master grant proposal, you reviewed by me, and a 30-day challenge to apply to at least 10 perfect fit grant applications. So if you want me to hold your hand, and please see, I used to say something. I'm not forcing anybody to. This is something I tell my people. If you go with this thing that we've talked about tonight, you can do amazing things. You can come back in 90 days and tell me, Kemi, I want this and I want to see it. That's one of my focus in this time. I've told you people how to do better product, build better organizations. We've talked about how to build a social enterprise from scratch. Now I'm focusing on fundraising and grants. I want to be seeing testimonials of, Kemi, I raised this particular amount of money. I said I'm a person of faith. Recently, one of the things God has been highlighting for me is that resources are abundant. He is giving his resources to his sent children. That means many of you have been sent to sectors, but you've been scrambling for resources. And he's saying the time is now. So if you want me to hold your hand, you have some options. So this is an option. I told you that I put together this ebook. My team actually, let me not take the glory. My team put together this ebook that allows you, that has 100 plus seed grants. It has incubators, accelerators. It even has all the master grant proposals that I was showing you that I wasn't showing very clearly, and pitch deck samples. It has all of this. And you can get this ebook for just 5,000 naira if you take the offer within 3 days. Yes, you can go to this store, bit.ly/up-store. Noya and Fermi, if you can put it for me in the chat, use this bit.ly. It's easier for people to access. So you can get this ebook. Or this one is the one I really wanted. Not everybody can go for it, but I want most people to come in. If you want me to hold your hands through this, there's something called the Fundraising and Grant Writing Program. It's an 8-week program that we have developed. Is the first of this is going to be the first cohort, right? What is going to happen is a 4-week grant writing course. And what that means is that within 4 weeks, you will create your own master grant proposal. You know that thing I was showing you that we talked about homelessness, your logic model. I will show you how to create it with templates, and then I will review it, and then you already have that, already taking actions. I love it. You already have that. You have your pitch deck created, your grant proposals ready, your business model canvas ready, your pitch video ready, all of that ready. And you can just start applying. Then the one I like about this 8-week program, after we have now created all these things, the first 4 weeks is for grant readiness. We're making sure that your organization is ready, your documents is ready, everything is ready. But by the next 4 weeks, the second 4 weeks, we're now going to be applying like crazy. So we're going to be jumping on co-working hours. So co-working hours is what happens where, say we have 50 in the cohort. Everybody is going to have a day that is free for them, where they come on Zoom, we're just playing nice music, and you can yes, so my healthcare sister, Kausa, yes, we collect that Bill Gates money together. So you just come on the working group. There will be so many options so that you find one that fits for you. And you must. One of the things I do, I don't just collect your money. I'm going to be on your neck and your throat. One before, Up couldn't do programs like this because it was just me. But good for us, we have team members now. And Noye is the one-man army. Amen. If all the emails you people have been getting, everything, the chat is Noye that has been doing it. So please, big shout out to Noye in the comments. I want to see it. Big shout out to Noye in the comments. So we have the resources now to support you people through that 8 weeks. And then there will be weekly classes, there will be accountability. I'm not just collecting your money. And this is priced at 50,000 naira, $50. But if you sign up within 3 days, the next 3 days, you should get a 20% discount. Yeah. So thank you. I see yes, shout out to Naya. I see all the comments. Thank you. Thank you. Naya, are you seeing all the people that are greeting you? Thank you. So what I want us to do now is Fermi or Naya, can you please put the links for people to sign up. If you sign up tonight, I might be able to get on a one-on-one session with you. And that's why I used to show myself in delay with all these promises I make. If you sign up tonight, not tonight or not a one-on-one session tonight, but I mean, you will be able to get a one-on-one session where we are going to break down that your I think the problem some people have is with their solution. They have weak solutions. They're not yet able to really highlight it. So if you want to do that, please take the offer. Nobody is helping me. Just to fair me, no, yeah, nobody is helping me with the link bit.ly/upstore the store so that they can click it now. People don't want salary, I mean. you people still want me to continue paying out of my pockets for up. No more. Please put it for me in the comments. Fair me or no, yeah. Okay, so another thing that you can take up on an offer. This was a cheap. This is 5,000 naira. And this is 40,000 naira if you take it today, tonight. We may change our mind tomorrow. Another thing I can hold your hands for is the Done For You grant writing. So guys, this is for people that are saying, Kemi, I don't want to write anything by myself. I got you. You don't want to write any grant by yourself at all. It's just like, Kemi, I'm going to give you every information about my organization. Just write me. This one is done for you. And it's even very cheap. In the US, I know what I used to work in a US non-profit consulting firm, and I know what we used to charge for grant writing done for you. So if you want us to write this for you, see, we're going to write a master grant proposal. We'll get you 5 perfect fee grant opportunities, and that's just for $200. You'll get it in 2 to 3 weeks. Then the executive one is more pricey. We're going to submit the applications for you ourselves for 5, and that's about $1,000. That's very high tier. But that's if you say you don't have to do the work. Then I'm also opening up my consultation service. And Kausa, please pay attention. I know I owe you one consultation, and I think about 2 more people. I don't know if they're on this call. I've not been able to take it. So I have a 3-month consultation package. We meet every 2 hours, every 2 weeks for 12 weeks. That's at 300,000 naira. There's an option to pay instrumentally every month. For 3 months, I think that's about 100K per month if you want to take up that option. So I think I just have 2 or 3 that I can take for that because Help for Money is taking all my time. Even this masterclass, we kept postponing it. That was just on my head. Please pin it. Can you pin it? I think I might be the one to have to pin it. Let me see. I haven't seen it yet. Oh, You people love Noye a lot, so I'm feeling jealous. So please, guys, if you want to take the offer, just go to bit.ly/up.dash store. Let me see what just then. Okay, let me put it. I hope it doesn't mess up everything. Or wait, let me put it from my chart. From my chart over here. So guys, it's been amazing spending time, and even you people still stayed. It's like you feel like my pretty face a bit. No, my face is stressed at the moment because of all the work we're doing behind the scenes for else for money and even but we want to serve you better. Even if you don't come on board any of these programs, even if you don't come on board any of these programs, it's fine. If you've been part of the for a while, you know that we're about community. You know this is not even done for the money. I was saying earlier that it's been self-funded for a while now. It's not done for the money. Was it in February? I called some really big guys to come, and the money that people even paid was not able to pay for their speaking engagement fees. But I truly believe that young people can change Africa. I believe that help is not going to come from external. Maybe they can give us money, but the people that would really do good stuff have to be people of the soil because they are familiar with the terrain. So please don't be discouraged, don't be overwhelmed. Go to bed tonight, is okay. Go to bed. Don't try to maybe anything again. Go to bed. But tomorrow morning, wake up with a renewed sense of, yeah, how to join the orb. Oh, and your sweetheart. See, you guys, Noye and Noye, yeah, stop thanking everybody and get to work. They're asking how they can join the orb. We have a membership. So Noye is going to send the link now to join the orb. Um, they usually have games. I tell them they should be having games, but Noye will still go there and be talking about work in that games night. If I catch all of them, they like work so much. We have games nights. Sometimes we have free master classes like this. If you have any questions, I will answer on the group. If you also need help, maybe you need to connect to somebody. Sometimes I look through my network as well and see if I can connect you to people, right? Or maybe opportunities too, or people in your sector. So we do good stuff. I'm even looking forward to us having a live event. You know, we've not really had a live event. We've always been online. So maybe for the end of the year, but it will be in Ibadan because I have a beef with everything happening in Lagos. Thanks. So Naya, please kindly put in the chart how to join the orb. I can't see any of these links I'm asking for. Is there a challenge, Noya and so yeah, put it up. I would pin it. Copy. So guys, we have come to the end of this class. Thank you for joining. Oh, I didn't ask. Did anybody have any questions? Do you have any questions? Can I take questions? Please pin. Thank you, Nelson. And I really hope to get to know more about your work. Please connect with me. I'm Kemi the Changemaker on LinkedIn and on Instagram. I would like to know more about your work and what you guys are doing. We didn't really have time today to talk about. I usually ask what you guys are up to, what you're doing, how we can support. So let me know. I'm trying to pin. Let me do this last thing before I end the video. I want to pin it even for people that watch the replay. So please, if you're taking up our offer, please know that the discounts end in 72 hours, and it might even end earlier because those discounts I really don't know why we have discounts actually, but it is what it is. So I think I've added it. Can you people access it? Oh, you've sent it. I can't see it. Oh, Gifty. Gifty is our energy queen at the hub. Thank you. God bless you too. I'm trying to pin that comment. Yeah, thank you, sis. Thank you so much. Okay, so don't worry. Tomorrow morning is late now. Let me and my team can rest. Tomorrow morning, or tomorrow, before the end of the day tomorrow, you get the replay, the link to the replay, as well um, as all the links, even to the opportunities, to the things you want to take on. But if you get let me clarify something. If you get the fundraising and grant writing program of 8 weeks, which is raise $10,000 to $100,000 in 100 days, you don't have to get this ebook. It comes with it. It's part of your package. So please don't buy it separately. If you had to refund your money. So just make sure you pick this one. And if there's anybody here that I'm giving free consultation session and you're not taking it seriously, did you see the price that is on my consultation for 3 months? It's 300K. You know me, you're not taking it seriously. God is watching you in 3D because there are people queuing. So please do the needful. Let me not be in your DM. All right. Thank you for me. God bless you. Thank you, everyone. I'm so excited. It's been a pleasure doing this with you. I am for you. I am with you. We're going to do great stuff together. We're going to change the world together. Healthcare is not the only thing. There are people in education, there are people in agric, there are people in food, hunger. So for us, the people in energy, light now, see, we've been running Jensen. There are people that need to come up with these solutions. So what I'm just saying is, okay, I've moved a little further. I haven't even gotten there. I've just moved a little further, and I'm saying to you, come, there's space. Come, there's space, there's space, there's space. There's money, there's resources, there's opportunities, and we can do so much together. I'm praying for you. I'm rooting for you. This is not just a passion project. It's a calling as well, right? And we're going to do great things together. My DM is open. It might take me 5 to 7 working days to reply, but I will reply. But if you want to get to me, the fastest way is through Noye. Yes, it's through Noye. Thank you. God bless you. Good night. Good night. Get a mail tomorrow morning with all details. And hopefully our 100 and something people will watch the replay. All right. Good night. Thank you. Night. Miss Fumi, I'd love to connect more. Hopefully with VCAP. Maybe I'll enter your DM on VCAP this week. I love to connect. Thank you for joining. All right. Good night.